Do you know what the 7 gut-wrecking habits you need to break right now for a healthier life?
Today, we're going to reveal the simple tricks to kick those gut wrecking habits to the curb for good. It's bad because it will bring all these diseases that they say it brings on dementia, it brings on if you eat too much carb.
Not right. When you have an overpopulation of bad bacteria, you can have a leaky gut. Leaky gut. People take too many medications.
They do. Look at all those cars in that line to the drive up to the pharmacy window, and it was a lot of cars.
I don't take medicine.
Yeah.
I don't go to the pharmacy.
Yeah, I don't.
As a doctor, I rarely prescribe anything. Do you know that there's 1,200 different types of bacteria in the gut?
Where do they live?
They live in your gut. I just said the gut.
I know, because the colon is like from your mouth all the way down, from one end to the next. It's like really long.
Well, yeah. But there's about 100 trillion organisms.
Wow.
Now, to put that in perspective, you put them all together, it's about 4 pounds of bacteria.
Wow.
And you compare the 100 trillion number of organisms to the number of cells in your body, you only have 37 trillion cells in your body.
Wow.
So if you were to put it on a scale and say, okay, what's more important, your cells or the bacteria living in your body? It's probably more important to make sure you take care of the bacteria in your body that are good,
Okay.
right? And just to make sure it's clear, I don't want to get too complicated. There are 2 main types: the lactobacillus and the bifidobacteria are the main types of those bacteria that you
Yeah,
want to feed.
which everybody's heard of.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they're in the probiotics
Okay.
that you usually can get.
Okay.
The main ones there. So when you think about the bacteria, what it does, I mean, it provides a lot of good things for the body.
Okay.
Doing bad things to disrupt from the bad to the bad overcoming the good is what causes the wrecking of the gut. So you want the good stuff, and when the good stuff, a lot of things can happen. So just one of the first things that you think of, what do you think the good bacteria does?
I'm assuming, well, at least have read, it produces tiny amounts of vitamins in there, right?
Yeah,
So
like vitamin K.
Like your vitamin K.
Yeah.
So your body produces that.
The gut bacteria, the good bacteria helps produce a little bit of the vitamin K.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it even has a job.
They have a job
It's
to
not
do.
just there living up, taking up space.
Yeah, and also little short chain fatty acids, which
Okay.
your body needs for certain things, hormones and brain, etc.
Body is so fascinating.
It really is. I think from the medical side, things start thinking about it. They also produce a little bit of an acid environment, which makes it difficult for the bad bacteria to thrive in. So you have a lot more good, better armies, or more weapons against the bad bacteria. They're going to thrive versus the bad colonizing and taking over.
So when somebody eats food and their body starts going through that digestion, they say that that digestion process right there, it's like very acidic, that things can't survive in there. But yet, your body's surviving.
Well, you're thinking more about the stomach itself.
Oh, the stomach.
The stomach
Sorry.
is very, very acidic.
that
Yeah,
was-
so it's strong acid in there.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about more in the colon,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
Almost on the way out. That's where everything lives.
Okay.
And so down there, it's not as acidic. However, those bacteria will help create a little bit more of an acidic environment for those bad bacteria not to survive
Okay.
as much, right? So you want more good versus bad. So that's those 2 main things. And another one is what?
Digestion and nutrient assimilation.
Yeah. You want to be able to absorb the nutrients. You're the nutrient coach. Yes,
Nutritarian.
There you go. I said it wrong.
I like to help people figure out what to eat and the good stuff. Let's focus on the good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the last podcast about all the different fibers and soluble fiber and the foods to eat to help with that. And you eat those foods, it's going to help promote the good bacteria.
But yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I think from a medical perspective as well is that the good bacteria, they form like a nice little wall or protective barrier around the intestinal wall to prevent any bad stuff from really entering the bloodstream. Because when it happens,
Have autoimmune.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you talk autoimmune, that's a breakdown of the immune system, your immune system kind of fighting itself. And so,
Yeah,
yeah,
well, if something is getting into the blood or in the areas it shouldn't be, the body is sending its defenses to attack it because they think it's under attack, right?
yeah, exactly what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Although they kind of throw everything now in the autoimmune or genetic these days. So it's got to be kind of be careful with how you classify things, but that's a mechanism anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, part of the autoimmune system is that if you have good bacteria, I mean, there's what, 70, 80% of your immune system lies in that gut. And so if your gut is healthy, you're going to have a very strong immune system where means you don't get sick, you won't get disease, won't have cough, cold, fevers, etc. But you're going to have a really good response system to be regulated very well, where it's going to be able to see those foreign invaders and attack them
Okay.
effectively.
Okay.
That's the key to a healthy immune system, not to
Yeah.
get sick.
Yeah.
No matter what is out there in the air and what they're trying to scare you with these days.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. So can it regulate mood too?
hey,
Your
you know
mood?
about that. I mean, you're big on that.
I am. I really feel like it, what you eat, you are what you eat,
Yeah,
right? And if you feed in a good bacteria, it's connected to your brain.
yeah,
Because they say the gut. You said the gut is the second brain. So your first brain, there's a connection there, right?
yeah. So you have good bacteria. You're gonna have what in the brain?
Good brain cells.
Good brain cells, good thoughts, good feelings.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
thinking obsessively worrying about things or depression. I should say not depressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the two chemicals that people hear about are serotonin and dopamine. Dopamine's that nice little kick, that rush. That serotonin's kind of nice and stabilizing, and you're kind of chill, and you're not too high, too low, anxiety, etc.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's the great thing about having good bacteria in your body. And so when you think about the 7 things that people need to stop right now that just wrecking their gut. Now we went through them, and I think we have some great tips right here. I think number one, again, it's right up your alley, and it's what you got to stop doing what.
You got to eat properly. You got to have a good. You want to have a good dietary pattern. You can't just eat garbage.
Yeah. So when you say a good dietary pattern, go a little bit more into detail. What do you mean, and what do you strive for?
I strive for balanced meals, right, to stay satiated. I strive to eat a lot of fiber and eat very, 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 very minimally processed foods. Try to keep the processed foods down to a bare minimum. That's how I look at it as eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
cooked and raw.
So people are not eating enough fiber.
Right.
Number one is a bad habit you got to break. And then when we say processed foods, I automatically think high fat, high sugar,
High salt.
high salt,
Yeah.
and like I said, not eating enough veggies.
Jeez, yeah. Not eating a lot of stuff to give you that nutrients you need.
Yeah. And another thing as well is there's this craze, this fad, I'm going to call it that, where they're promoting the high protein diets, high fat
Yeah.
diets, and stay away from the carbs.
Yeah. What is that?
It's not right.
Well, they're thinking, it's bad because it will bring all these diseases. That they say it brings on dementia. It brings on, if you eat too much carbs, it raises your sugars, and if it raises your sugars, you're gonna, it's gonna lead to poor metabolic health, and it leads to problems later on if you eat too much carbs. But they're not distinguishing the good carbs from the bad carbs.
That's right. Yeah. Because bad carbs,
Yeah, your
refined
chips.
sugars,
Yeah, your chips,
processed foods.
your cookies, your beers, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Versus if you're eating a potato.
Right. And you need a potato because when you eat enough carbs, you actually feed the good bacteria.
Right.
And they need that carbohydrate to do what they do.
So if they're eating like a high protein, high fat diet, and they're not taking in enough the good carbs, what does that do to them over the long run? Does it build another problem?
Well,
Like open yourself up to more diseases?
yeah, 100%. And it's what you just outlined. when it comes to when you have an overpopulation of bad bacteria, you can have a leaky gut. Leaky gut can lead to autoimmune disease. It can lead to type 1 diabetes if you're a kid or a baby.
Okay, I see how. Yeah, it leads to the overpopulation of the bad gut bacteria, and that's how the disease come in. Got it.
Depression, anxiety, all
Mm-hmm.
these things that are mood regulating, the mental side of things, which is a lot of
Mm-hmm.
mental illness. So think
Mm-hmm.
about that. There's a lot of mental illness going around,
All of a
right?
sudden, it's like, oh,
Mental health.
depression. Yeah, they say no, we never diagnosed it before. Really?
I've never seen it before, and I've been on the planet for nearly 50 years. I haven't
Yeah,
seen this much before, and so
yeah.
you start thinking about, like you said, it's always in what you eat.
Yes,
Well,
I
think
always
about it.
say everything is in the food.
Yeah, so high fat, high salt, high processed sugar type of meals leads to bad bacteria, dysregulation of your dopamine, serotonin, which feeds your brain, which throws you off.
Yeah, yeah, makes so much sense.
I spent 4 years trying to learn that. It really shouldn't take me 4 years. It took you 2 sentences. And quite frankly, I actually didn't learn it that way in school. I had no study beyond that because they don't teach that kind of stuff in school
Right,
the way they think about it.
right.
So that's number one. That's number one is stop that type of dietary pattern.
Okay.
Number two, I would say is people take too many medications.
They do. They do. I was driving. I was driving by a pharmacy not too long ago, and my daughter points out. She said, "Wow, look at all those cars in that line to the drive up to the pharmacy window, and it was a lot of cars."
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what's going on there?
I don't take medicine.
Yeah. No, me
I don't,
neither.
I don't I don't go to the pharmacy.
Yeah, I don't.
As a doctor, I rarely prescribe anything. And some of my patients may not like it. There's a purpose behind it because like, a lot of times it's antibiotics, pain medicine. Antibiotics, they kill bacteria.
Yeah, you don't.
Can they isolate just the bad bacteria? No.
Yeah.
They kill the good bacteria too. Yeah. So think about antibiotics, NSAIDs, another one which I prescribe reluctantly because if I pull a tooth,
Yeah.
they got to have some comfort. So I try to have them not take it for so long. For women, I mean, you know about contraceptives.
Yeah. Yeah. So many women take it, especially women who take it to control their family growth, but mainly some people take it because of acne problems
Wow.
or they have other problems going on with their sexual organs for women, and it's like they take those. Well, the doctors prescribe it.
Yeah. It's a quick little pill to
Yeah.
prevent unwanted things that you don't want in your life at that current point in time. It's cool. There's side effects. There's effects from taking that.
Yeah.
Any medication, there's side effects.
Yeah.
A big one as well is steroids for inflammation and pain.
Oh yeah. A lot of people take it too.
Yeah, and that shuts down your immune system.
Yeah.
Also kills off your good bacteria.
Yeah.
If you can avoid it, avoid it. There's alternative measures in place. So that's number two.
You mentioned antibiotics?
huh?
We did say antibiotics, right?
Oh yeah, antibiotics. Yeah, I'll go on my little rant there about my antibiotics.
I'm sorry if I totally missed that one. I'm like, so
I talk fast. I don't talk clear, so it's all good. I
I
understand.
should be used to this by now.
I'm used to it because I talk in the household. My kids don't listen to me. My wife don't listen to me. So it's just my employees don't listen to me.
That's not true.
I got to work on my leadership skills.
That's not true. That's not true.
What's the third one that we talked about?
Eating a lot of glyphosate sprayed foods.
Yeah.
Conventional foods out there in the store, which is not good. It's sprayed with a ton of chemicals to fight off the bugs and the pests out there. But if it's fighting them off, what is it doing to you?
Great point.
Because it's doing something to you as well.
Great point.
So,
Yeah.
and even if you wash it in water or wash it in a vegetable wash in water, how much of that is it taking it off? It's
Yeah.
not.
I heard like McDonald's fries, they grow a lot of potatoes, but they also spray down the potatoes with glyphosate.
Glyphosate, yeah.
Yeah. In order to prevent, loss of potatoes because they will operate fairly on thin margins. It's so much that they actually have to let them kind of like off gas in a sense for like 2 weeks before they process anything.
And you put that in your mouth? Oh, gross.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
But those meals, because I've heard people say they'll do experiments, and this has been going on for a long time. This is not just new. People will put a McDonald's meal or some type of fast food meal and leave it uh, to see how long it will go bad, and it'll be years, and the thing is still
Looking good. It's
intact.
still looking good. Yeah,
It's
yeah, I've
like,
seen those. Yeah.
whoa.
I'm not eating that.
You could see, you could say, you know what, if preservatives preserve your body, then you're like, yeah, I'll eat it. But it doesn't preserve your body, it does the opposite.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And so, yeah, so I think number 4, kind of piggyback on that, is people don't eat enough like probiotic type of foods, like fermented foods, or
yeah.
what else is there? Like the kimchi's of life,
Yeah, the
sauerkraut,
yogurts,
yogurts.
a good quality yogurt.
We eat the non-dairy yogurts.
Yes, I eat the
Right.
non-dairy. We have the non-dairy
The
yogurt,
kefir,
kefir, kombucha.
kombucha, yeah,
Uh,
kombucha.
I put a little splash of apple cider vinegar in things.
Hmm.
I put it in the salad dressing. I put it in a small splash in my water cup. It's like, it's any way to get it in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a very simple, strong, powerful point.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
What's another one?
well, I think another one is kind of before you even realize what's even going on in your world, and that's when it comes to breastfeeding mothers.
Mm.
Yeah. So if you breastfeed, you're getting all the good stuff from the mother that's natural, the bacteria, what have you. But if you go the formula based, you're not getting all of that good stuff, immune system, the bacteria from the mother, which is really healing and health nourishing.
It's doing two things. It's nourishing the baby and giving the baby the proper nutrients and the protection it needs while it's here, right? But also it's helping the mother too in terms of her body to heal itself,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the body is phenomenal how it was created.
Yeah.
So if you don't do that, you're delaying your healing process.
Yeah. You can't replace human milk. And formula is a chemical concoction of
It is.
things.
It is. I used it when
We didn't
our
know.
kids. I didn't know any better, and makes matters to make matters worse. When I went to the doctor for the baby's, was it the 2 month, the 1 month checkup or 3 month? I don't remember. It was somewhere early, and it was the first week actually, and I was struggling to breastfeed, struggling bad. And she said, the doctor, pediatrician said, I don't know why women make it so hard on themselves. You have a solution, formula. Make it easy on
Wow.
yourself.
Yeah.
You're already dealing with a newborn. Make it easy on yourself. And I didn't know any better. And I was like, oh, yeah, she's right.
Yeah. It's so quick to go to the pill, the formula, the magic pill.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Nutrition. What's number 6?
Eating too much animal products. Need to minimize that. Just because it's here on Earth, it doesn't mean you have to gorge on it.
Yeah. Interesting. The research shows that vegetarians have higher counts of good bacteria than meat eaters.
Really?
Yes. And they have less injured blood vessels than meat eaters.
Wow.
Yeah, we can get deep onto meat and all the proteins, everything else, but yeah, it's
You can't go too much eating meat just because they say, that people tout its benefits, but I don't think eating too much of it, like eating enough a variety of vegetables, you'll have the benefits you need. You can't overeat on vegetables, can you? I don't think so.
I have never heard anybody die from eating too much broccoli.
Right?
I mean, we can get deep on another podcast about like cholesterol and saturated fats from animal products. That leads to heart disease.
Yeah.
So they don't want to tell you about the downsides of the meats.
Diabetes
And do you really
and-
need that much protein to begin with? And how about that much protein? What it does to your liver and kidneys?
Right.
I digress.
Yes.
Let's go back to the 7 other habits.
Yes,
One more
sir.
habit.
Yes, sir. What else?
Well, I mean, including that is eating dairy too.
Oh, yeah, that's so bad. Yeah.
So any kind of animal product, even fish. Like we eat a little bit of fish.
Here and there, but not often.
Not often. It's limited.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very limited.
Yeah, we keep that door open for like very, very special occasions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's 6 gut wrecking habits that you got to break. And the last one is just got to get a better body composition. That poor body composition is just wrecking havoc. I mean, just carrying a lot of excess fat, a lot of inflammation, and just it thrives on those good that bacteria just love that type of environment. So if you can reverse that, it'll start being gut healing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm out of here.
I don't want this. Like, the good stuff will start coming on board, right?
The bad stuff will be like, oh, I'm out of here. I can tell one I'm not wanted.
Yeah. So here's the power behind changing the diet and lifestyle to heal.
Okay.
Right. So we solved those 7 things. We got rid of those habits for 2 weeks. I think you would see a positive change
That's true,
in
babe.
your life
Yeah.
and many things.
Yeah, you'll change your taste buds.
Yeah.
You will start to feel better.
Yep.
You'll start to balance your blood sugar.
Yep.
Because those things can happen quickly if you give your body a chance to heal.
Yeah. Your
Because your body's constantly trying to heal itself, right? Balance itself, right?
yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate machine on earth where if something's wrong, it goes to fix it.
Right.
You don't got to manipulate it besides just put it in the supreme gasoline.
You put it in the right environment so it can heal itself, it can balance itself.
Yeah.
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 It's so fascinating. I find that so fascinating. I have never heard that before because you always hear, oh, you got a disease, here's a medication for it, you're doomed, that's it. I never thought, wait, hold on. You have XYZ because your body's in this position, so we need to get it back in the right alignment.
Yeah. If you have high cholesterol, is it because you have a lack of statin drugs, Lipitor?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
No,
No.
it's not.
No.
It's because you're eating too much cholesterol.
Yeah.
Where does cholesterol come from?
A lot of the meats and the high
Animal
fat.
products. Animal products.
Yeah.
So if you've got high cholesterol, stop eating animal products.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
You don't need a pill. Stop eating animal products. I think another thing, I mean, so that happens. But the mood stabilization, right? You're not gonna be too high, too low. You're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna have less autoimmune disease, less leaky guts.
Yeah, because your gut is going to heal.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have healthy bowel movements.
Everybody's favorite topic. My favorite topic.
Which means you have less toxins in your body, right?
Completely.
So,
You talk about good flow of the food through your system by eating the good fibers, but also from just having a healthier good bacteria load. You're going to have a lower risk of colon cancer, Crohn's disease, colitis,
Right.
anything that causes inflammation in that colon or gut.
yeah.
You're going to have less of that, less risk of getting it, and you're going to have overall just less sickness.
You feel so much better. Who doesn't want to feel good? I do. I like feeling good. I like having energy.
I like feeling better than good. I like feeling
Great. Yeah. Feeling great.
Like even the days where I'm kind of just tired, I'm kind of a little bit off. I don't feel bad. I just don't feel as great as I normally do. Maybe because I'm pushing so hard and going. Especially the last 2 weeks, I've been going hard.
You haven't been resting like you normally do.
Don't rest. I know that's my problem. And so I still feel good. I can still go all day, but I know that I got to slow down. Like this
Pull
weekend,
back.
I'm slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
We've been
slowing
going
down.
nonstop though.
It really
Yeah.
have.
So, and what's another one?
Another benefit? Oh man, what have we not mentioned already? I think, like you talked about, you're going to have better nutrient absorption.
Yeah.
You got less bad stuff causing havoc, got more good stuff. The good stuff is going to
Could get in there.
feed, the good bacteria, which is going to allow it to pass through your body because the body says, you know what, you need that. Yeah, let the body
This
work.
is what we've been looking for. Come on in.
Come on in. Yeah, and then the bad stuff, you get on that little fiber raft and go on out the door.
Enjoy your banana boat ride.
I can't believe you just said a poop joke.
I'm hanging around with you guys too much. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
But there you go. Those are the 7 gut-wrecking habits that you should stop right now. And doing so, you'll get all those benefits that we talked about. And I know sometimes we'd be silly, but it's really, it just works. And you don't got to believe what I say, you say.
Do the research.
You don't got to do the research.
Try it.
Try it. There's no harm being done. It's not you're not taking a statin pill, which is going to cause muscle problems for you.
Yes. Yes, you're not doing something that's is going to create irreversible effects.
Yeah.
You're just eating vegetables and fruits, cutting back the meat. cutting back the dairy significantly.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're strong enough to cut it out, but cutting it back significantly and see how you feel. You mentioned it before on the podcast that one of your patients had stones in her tonsils,
Yeah.
and then she gave up. You
Give it dairy.
recommended that she cut back the dairy for a month, so much so she did it, and she decided to keep it up because all the stones disappeared.
She felt good.
She felt good.
She felt good.
She realized she don't need it,
Yep, exactly.
and the benefits outweigh the problem.
Well, no, hands down, heavily outweighs.
Yeah, so it has its value. It really works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we encourage you to try it and leave your comments down below. I mean, whether it's hate, love, good, the bad, the ugly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just share. Let's have a community discussion going.
Yeah.
Yeah, share your feedback on what your thoughts are
Awesome.
on eating, getting rid of those bad bacteria. I lost my train of thought.
Just get on that train and get out of my system on the banana boat ride.
My brain was still thinking of that.
Yeah. All right. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So until next time.
Be well.
All right. You take care.